Hi, I thought I'd make a video using a resistance band. Not everybody has one, a lot of people do. I think they're also known as TheraBands, Dynabands, or you could use a pair of tights or a stretchy scarf or tie two long socks together. But if you can find something that gives you that kind of stretchability, they really give you three things, three S's. Firstly, they give you stability. Secondly, you can strengthen. And thirdly, they allow you to stretch. Holding the band with the hands just slightly wider than shoulder width, with the palms facing downwards. And as usual, pull your tummy muscles in to support your back. So we're just going to raise the band to shoulder height, give it a little pull, and try to keep the wrists straight. Gently allow it to return to normal tension and lower. So let's do that a couple more times. Breathing in to raise, breathing out to pull, breathing in to slowly return it to normal tension, breathing out to lower. So just one more of those. So you can feel your arms, your upper arms and your chest muscles working. And now sneak the hands a little wider on the band and just rest the band on your thighs and keeping your body really still. Just pull back, palms are facing each other, working your tricep muscles just a little bit. Remember to breathe and try not to shrug your shoulders. Just one more. And try to keep the wrists straight as well when I do this. Lovely. So let's have a couple of shoulder rolls here. And keeping the shoulders back and down, just bring the chin towards the chest. Turn to the right and lift. Roll the head over to the left and lift. Keeping your shoulders relaxed. Roll back to centre and look straight ahead. Okay, so now I'm going to turn the palms up on the band and bring the hands about shoulder width, elbows bent at right angles, shoulders back and down. Just going to pull the band wide. Again, keeping my wrists straight, my tummy muscles in and my knees a bit soft. And don't just allow the band to ping back to normal tension, do it slowly. So you're resisting on the way back as well as on the way out. Now let's hold that pull. And turn the chest to the right, back to centre, release the pull to normal tension. Pull, rotate chest to the left, back to centre, and release to normal tension, and just lower. Okay, so we're going to step back with one leg, let's say the right leg, bending both knees, and let's do that arm movement again. So pulling the band, rotating to the right, back to centre, return to normal tension. Pull the band, rotate to the left, keeping your hips and legs still. Back to centre, normal tension, step in. So you probably wouldn't be a genius for working out that we're going to do the same with the other leg. So stepping back, bending both knees, making sure that your upper body is upright and your hip bones level, elbows bent and tucked in by your side. So just pull the band, keeping the wrists straight. Rotate the chest to the left. Keep that pull. Back to centre. Back to normal tension. Pull again. Rotate to the right, holding that pull. Back to centre. Normal tension. Step in and have a little breather. Flipping the hands over again, so they're facing downwards, and widen them a little bit on the band. So I'm going to sweep my right arm over and behind my head, a bit like if I'm combing my hair, and back to centre. This is not how I comb my hair, but you can imagine a big quiff and you're just combing it like that. Now, the beauty of having the band is it fixes your arms a certain distance apart, so it gives them some stability because you're holding a band, but you can pull the band to help you get around the head if you need to, because that allows you to then widen your hands. You can pull the band, pull on the band, and that creates a bit of movement, but your arms aren't too free. So it gives you that stretch, but also that stability. If you can't get your arm behind your head, that's okay. Just go as far as you can go. Maybe pull it out wide. Just be a bit creative with it. But you should feel your upper body begin to move with the arms. So allow your upper body to move and sort of tilt, and just feel your spine flexing laterally, that means to the side. You're tilting to the side and getting lots of lovely movement in the arms, through the shoulders and the spine. Keep your knees soft, so don't lock your knees out. And always move carefully and make it a lot smaller if you want to, but just have some fun with it. Can you possibly get your arm right over and take them both behind, and then bring that same arm right back? Let's try with the left, going over and behind, and then round and back, keeping those knees soft. Don't worry if you can't do that, just do what you can do without forcing it. Let's bring the chin towards the chest and turn the head to the left, lifting the chin, rolling back over to the right, keeping those shoulders relaxed, rolling back to centre and looking straight ahead. Make sure you're not gripping the band too tightly. We're going to raise the arms up to the top without shrugging the shoulders. Pull the band wide and down behind if you can, back up to the top and lower. So we lift without shrugging, we widen and pull behind, we widen and you bring it back to the top, release the tension in the band and lower. One more, keeping the body as still as possible, keeping the knees soft. If you can't go all the way behind, that's fine. So pulling on the band but controlling it, keeping the tummy muscles in. All right, I'm going to flip my hands so the palms face each other, thumbs on top, so I'm holding the band like so, and I'm going to stand tall through my left hip, so a bit of balancing here, and picking up my right foot, pop it in the middle of the band there, like that, keeping it flexed, and then push it down to the floor. So I'm leaning slightly to the left, my body weight is to the left, I'm not sinking into that left hip. I'm pulling my tummy in, my shoulders are back and down, elbows fastened to my side, and I'm going to raise that right knee, and keeping the elbows in as I tap down to the floor, my arms straighten again. So do that a couple more times. Remember, elbows fixed to your side. Keeping your wrists straight, don't bend the wrists if you can help it. So now let's do it again, but this time, keep the elbows as bent as you can as you push down to tap to the floor. 2 more times, push down. Keep your shoulders back and down and keep your neck relaxed. Last one. Let's come up again and then let's just take it to the floor and shake it out. So now the left foot goes in the band. And stand tall out of your right hip, shoulders back and down, tummy muscles in, bending the elbows. And I'm just going to bring that knee up and then straightening the arms, tapping lightly down on the floor. Really trying to stay as stable as I can. And working the biceps, keeping the wrists straight. Now this time, I'm going to keep the elbows bent, the neck relaxed, and I'm just going to push down, tap to the floor. So I'm working my thigh more because there's more tension in the band. Still using the stomach muscles though. Breathe as you do this. And then I'm just going to bring it down and shake out that right leg. So stepping the feet wide, holding the band with the knuckles on top, palms facing downwards, shoulders back and down, knees and toes turned out, and I'm just going to bend that right knee, keeping the left leg straight, and then come back to centre and switch sides. So I'm feeling a stretch on the inner thigh of the straight leg, keeping the hip bones level. So let's go back to the right, bending the right knee. I'm going to raise the band without shrugging, just holding it gently. I'm going to rotate the upper body, and then I'm going to curl forwards, keeping my legs and hips still. Curl forwards through the spine, lowering the arms and taking the band to just below my knee. Let the chin come slightly towards the chest, and I'm going to pull backwards. So I'm working my triceps, the backs of the arms, but I'm also holding my body still. And I roll back up, keeping that right knee bent, unrotate, switch sides. Rotate left, curl forwards. Try not to lock out that right knee, keep it a bit soft. Lower the arms, pull back, placing the band just below your left knee. Tummy muscles in, and the tummy muscles help you curl up through the spine, unrotate, come back to centre and across to the other side. Rotate again. Let's just do one more time each side. So make it flow. Remember, keep your wrist straight. Don't lock out the knee on that straight leg. Unrotate, switch sides, shoulders back and down. Rotate left, curl forwards, pull back, curl back up, unrotate, bring it back to centre and lower, and zigzag the feet in. Let's take it down to the mat. So here we are down on the mat. So if you scooch to the front of your mat, got your band, I'm going to put the band under both feet. I'm just going to hold it just gently, my palms facing each other. Not pulling on the band particularly. I've got my shoulders back and down, I've got my tummy in. I'm going to scoop my pelvis and curve my spine into a C shape. My feet are slightly flexed. And I'm going to roll down vertebra by vertebra. The band is tight enough to give me a little bit of support as I do that. I'm going to take my head to the floor, and when I'm lying down, I'm going to re-scoop my pelvis and use my tummy muscles, also the pull of the band, to help me come up. So I'm going to sit tall at the top and do that twice more. So scoop and roll. You don't have to go all the way to the floor if you feel you'll not be able to get up. And then re-scoop, particularly if you go all the way to the floor. Try not to pull the shoulders rounded. And then one more, and remember to breathe. It's difficult, that little bit, isn't it, where you're just not sure if you're going to be able to make it. Okay, let's wriggle back a bit and let's straighten out the legs. So I still want a little bit of give in the knees. I don't want to lock the knees. Shoulders back and down, sitting tall, and I'm holding the band in the same way. Thumbs on top, palms facing each other. I'm trying to keep the wrists straight. So again, I'm going to scoop the pelvis and drop back, wriggle my feet back a bit as well, and hold that position, keeping the shoulders back and down. And I'm going to pull my elbows behind the body without shrugging and return. So keeping those knees soft, pulling the tummy in, pulling back, trying to keep the elbows as close to my body as I can. Remembering to breathe, so I might exhale as I pull back and inhale as I return. Now this time I'm going to hold the pull, I'm going to widen the elbows and have the palms facing the floor. And then I'm going to come up and sit tall and allow my elbows to just sit nicely by my side. We'll just do one more, keeping those knees soft. So scooping the pelvis using the tummy muscles, dropping back, pulling the elbows back a little bit behind the body, then raising those elbows out wide, maybe shoulder height, keep those knees soft, and then use your tummy muscles to bring you back and drop the elbows by your side. Wonderful. Keeping one foot in the band, let's say the right one for now. I'm going to swap the hands over so the thumbs are pointing upwards, palms still face each other. Just feels better. It feels like I need a change of grip on the band. Keeping the shoulders back and down, sitting tall, but again, tummy in, scooping the pelvis. And as I go back, I'm going to raise that right leg. I can bend the left knee, and I'm just going to try and control it as I go down vertebra by vertebra. So I'm going to stay down, and now I can bend that left knee more. Again, a pelvic scoop to sort of fasten my lower back into the mat, pulling the tummy in. And you can do this with your left foot lifted slightly, extended slightly, or both. So you choose. Keeping that right knee soft, I'm going to bring that right leg across the body and out wide. My arms stay more or less where they are. You may need to follow a little bit with your hands, but just taking that leg across and out wide, but trying to keep your hips, your pelvis completely steady. So this is the fourth one, and then I bring it back to center, and then I'm just going to roll onto my left side, lying on my left arm and holding the band with my right hand. So right leg in the band, I'm bending my left knee underneath, so that gives me a bit of balance, but I want to try and use my core to balance as well. So pulling in my tummy and trying to keep my pelvis as steady as possible. Now, I'm going to move that right leg, keeping it about hip height, In front, I feel a stretch up the back of my right leg, and then back in line with the body, possibly slightly behind. And as the leg goes behind, I can squeeze my bottom on the right, just to get a bit of glute work. So we bring that leg in front. You'll notice your centre of gravity changes, so you have to fight to stay balanced. Squeeze your bottom as you take the leg behind. 2 more. So feel the stretch up the back of the leg. Try not to let this top hip roll backwards and forwards. It will want to. 1 more. And keep your top shoulder steady as well. Squeezing your bottom as you take it behind. Okay, let's roll onto our back again. And keeping your right leg in the band, let's see if we can come up. So, bending that left knee, taking a little pelvic scoop. You can straighten the left leg a bit more if you want to. Breath in as you breathe out. As you come up, lower your leg. Very good. And now let's swap legs. I'm going to do it all on the other side. And just so that I'm still facing the camera, I'm going to swivel round rather than just roll over to face the other way. Sit tall, scoop the pelvis, straighten out your right leg a little, or keep it slightly bent, it's up to you. And as you drop back, raise that left leg. Control through the tummy muscles, taking your head all the way to the floor. So you feel that lovely stretch up the back of your left leg. Right leg can be bent, it can be lifted slightly, it can be straight and lifted, or it can be straight on the floor. Bringing that left leg across the body and out wide. So you're feeling these beautiful stretches through the outer thigh as you bring it across the body, and through the inner thigh as you take it out wide. And you're using your core muscles, your stomach muscles, to stabilise your pelvis. Keeping your arms more or less still. Breathe through the move. So it's core work as well. Now put both bits of the band in the left hand, roll onto your right arm, and bring your lower leg behind, your lower foot round the back, your knee in line with your body though, and bring your leg to about hip height. And keep the arms more or less still as you bring the leg in front, keeping the foot flexed, feel the stretch, and then take that leg behind slightly and squeeze the bottom. So use your tummy muscles to help your pelvis stay steady. Try and keep this top shoulder from shrugging, and breathe through the move. One more. Keep your shoulders and neck relaxed. Very nice. And then just roll onto your back carefully. And let's try and roll back up to sitting. So, one piece of the band in each hand, bending that right knee as much as you like, scooping and rolling up, lowering the leg, whoa, as you come up. Very nice. And we're just going to finish with some sitting. So if you sit with your legs wide, but keep the knees relaxed, holding the band wider than shoulder width. Shoulders back and down, raising the band. Let's rotate to the right, flexing the right foot, and lean forward and get that band behind your right foot. So get your hands as close to your foot as you possibly can. Just going to straighten out the band. Now you can bend this left knee if you want to. You don't want to lift your left buttock off the mat. So to keep that left buttock planted, bend your left knee if you need to. Shoulders back. So lead with your chest, not your chin, not your shoulders. Doesn't matter if you're up here. And a breath in, and as you breathe out, just pull and flex a bit more. So strengthening the upper body. Make sure your shoulders are back and your neck relaxed, and just hold and breathe. Very nice. And release and lift and relax that right foot, come up to the top and rotate to the left, flexing the left foot. You can bend the right knee. And let's roll forwards through the spine, and just wiggle your hands down towards your foot if you can. Shoulders back, neck relaxed. Lead with the chest, not the chin. Breath in as you breathe out. Try and keep your right buttock on the mat, by the way. As you breathe out, pull. Keeping the wrist straight and just hold and breathe. Flex the foot a bit more to get a nice stretch through the calf muscle. And release and relax the foot, bring it up to the top and back to centre. And gently bring the legs in. And let's just shake out the wrists and make those fingers do a little bit of work. But just because they've been gripping, hopefully not too tightly. And that's it. Well done if you stuck through that little session. If you just watched it, that's fine. At least you'll know what to do for next time. So just a little reminder, if you haven't done already, please subscribe to my channel. It'd be great to get more subscribers and it'll help my channel grow. Leave your comments below. Any requests for ideas for sessions, stick those there as well. And I look forward to seeing you next time. See you soon. Bye.